Hey family, Malika Jackson, Bennett Realty Solutions. How are you? Hope all is well with you and yours. Everything is very awesome with me and mine. I got some really great news yesterday that I cannot even tell y'all. It is probably the biggest blessing of my life that I've been praying, manifesting, and doing the having the faith and doing the work for. One day I will tell my story and it's gonna knock your socks off. Do you hear me? Thank God. Okay, let's get to it. My term of the day. Today is day 26. Today is day 26 of my top 50 real estate terms in 50 days. And I must say, I want to say thank you. Now that we are almost, well, a little past halfway through, I want to say thank you because you all have been so supportive of my little terms. And I just came on to like do some terms that would help. And it's like ballooning into something totally different. I'm getting DMs and emails and people asking questions about it. And so thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in day after day. I appreciate it. Also, I wanted to say, if there is a word, a term, a phrase, a concept in real estate that I have not covered, that you're super curious about, send it to me. I'll cover it. I'll talk about it because we already have, I think I'm up to 6 bonus terms outside of the 50. So this is definitely going to go past 50 days. And so I'm fine with adding more words. This is just to help. Like, I just want to help people. Y'all know I have 2 gifts, real estate and my dreams. And I work for the good Lord. And I'm going to be here to do the Lord's work. And part of how I do it is helping people increase their financial portfolio through real estate. So please, if there's something you need, let me know. All right, let's get to it. Day 26. Guess what day 26 is? It's probably the best term of all the terms, all the things, okay? It is closing day. And I probably should have waited until the end to do this term because closing day comes at the end. But I just felt compelled. Anyway, so let's talk about what happens on closing day because a lot of people get very nervous about closing day like I did. Now, y'all know I try to tell y'all my real stories. I was in my late 20s when I bought my first house, had no idea anything about real estate. I was still a phlebotomist working at Children's National Medical Center, drawing blood and doing transfusions for itty bitty babies. And I knew nothing about real estate other than what I educated myself on to do like the process, because that's just how I do. I'm a researcher, right? So I was so nervous about closing day. I was like, oh my God, what are they going to ask me? Are they going to drill me? Are they going to take the house away from me at the last minute? I was so nervous. And a lot of my buyers, now fast forward 15 years, a lot of my buyers ask those same questions. So let's talk about closing day. Number one, once you get to closing day, you are good to go, okay? So don't have any nervousness or concerns that things are going to fall apart at the last minute. Once you get there, you're good. Let me tell you how you know you're good. There's a form. It's called a CTC or a clear to close. Your lender is going to give you that form probably, a couple days before closing to let you know that you have satisfied all of the requirements for your loan. Your income is fine, your credit is fine, you've got your appraisal and home inspection in, you've proved insurance for the property, you've satisfied all of your conditions because you get a condition sheet towards the end that says you're approved, but you need to send us these other things. These are the conditions of your approval. You've done everything you're supposed to do. You are clear to move forward to closing. So once you get that clear to close form, know that you're good to go. So you don't have to worry about anything falling apart at the last minute. Okay, so let's cover that. What I will also say about that space and time is don't do anything. Don't do anything. I have had buyers get their clear to close and they're like, okay, I'm good. I got this new house. I'm about to go buy this furniture. They start buying things. I've had one buy a new car. You will screw yourself. Okay, I'm just being honest with you because right before closing, some lenders will check your credit one more time. And if they see any new debt, you have completely screwed your debt to income ratio. You've taken your levels all off. And now you don't qualify anymore and you're not going to closing, even if you have your clear to close. So that's why I tell people don't do anything. I need you to go on a financial freeze until you sign the dotted line. Once you sign the dotted line, you can go do whatever you want. Okay? So this is the thing. Let's talk about what actually happens in the room because there's very few people that have actually been in a closing room and people are like, what is going on in there? You know what I mean? So pre-COVID, it used to be like more of a celebration because the buyer was in there, the seller was in there, the closing attorney or the closing agent, which I'm also a closing agent. I don't talk about that much. I do conduct closings. That's one of my other streams of income. You need several streams of income in these real estate streets or in any streets, okay? Anyway, the buyer and seller were there. They would shake hands, do paperwork, everybody celebrates, blah, blah, blah. Now it's a little different because you only have one side there at each time. So if you're a seller, you want to budget about 20 minutes, 30 minutes to close because the seller does not have as many documents. Basically, you sign a deed over saying you're relinquishing your deed. You don't want the house anymore. You're selling it. You sign a few tax forms. You sign some forms on where you want to get paid. That's it. You're done, right? If you are a buyer closing, you want to budget about an hour to an hour and a half to close because you have a lot of documents to sign. You're going to sign a deed, which establishes your ownership. You're going to sign a note, which establishes your mortgage. You're going to review your amortization schedule, which was one of our words. Excuse me. Y'all know I'm real with you. I'm still getting over this COVID cough. You're going to have a lot of addendums, disclosures, fair housing information, equal opportunity information. You're going to have to sign a bunch of stuff. Quite frequently, the closing stack is about 200 pages. So budget your time. It's not like you're going to go in, sign a piece of paper, pick up your keys and go. Budget your time wisely on closing day because you will have all those forms to sign. They're all very important. They're all very important to your ownership, and you want to have time to ask questions, ask the closing attorney, ask the realtor about these documents because once you sign, that's it. You own that place, okay? And then after you sign and after the seller signs, so what's going to happen is you're going to both sign a page called a final CD. The seller has their documents, the buyer has their documents, but you're both going to sign their final CD, which is your closing disclosure. That's your main closing sheet. Once that's signed, you are closed, my friend, and you have purchased a home. They're going to give you your keys. We're going to break out the wine. We're going to take pictures, give you gifts. That's closing day. My favorite day of the week is closing day because it's a huge celebration. You've done so much. You fixed your credit. You budgeted. You saved. You were disciplined. You went out. You trusted the process. You stayed with the process. You were looking at properties, rain, sleet, or snow. You know what I mean? It's a big celebration when someone makes it to closing. So that's what happens on closing day. If you have any more questions, let me know. If you are ready to sell or purchase a home, please contact the Jackson team. Let us know. My transaction coordinator will onboard you, get you to me so we can do a consultation and we will get you popping, okay? The Jackson team hotline is 202-810-3730. You can call that number. We will pick up. You can always DM me here on Instagram. You can message me on Facebook or you can email me at malikasellshomes@gmail.com. Check my stats. You know I got you. Okay, well, thank you for turning in to closing day 26 of our top 50 real estate terms in 50 days, and I will see you tomorrow for day 27. Love you all. Bye.